Welcome to our proverb a day, Proverbs 15 for the 15th of the month. Verse 1. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The study note on that, on verse 1. Have you ever tried to argue in a whisper? It is equally hard to argue with someone who insists on answering gently. On the other hand, a rising voice and harsh words almost always trigger an angry response. To turn away wrath and seek peace, choose gentle words. That's pretty good advice. By the way, this is the Life Application Study Bible, and we're reading Life Application Notes with the verse. So anyway, verse 2. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours forth foolishness. Verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. The note on that verse. At times it seems that God has let evil run rampant in the world, and we wonder if he even notices it. But God sees everything clearly, both the evil actions and the evil intentions lying behind them, as it says in 15:11, which we haven't gotten to yet. He is not an indifferent observer. He cares and is active in our world. Right now, his work may be unseen and unfelt, but don't give up. Right now, I read that. Right now, his work may be unseen and unheard, but don't give up. Don't do it. Don't give up. One day he will wipe out evil and punish the evildoers, just as he will establish the good and reward those who do his will. Verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he who receives correction is prudent. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but in the revenue of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not do so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves him who follows righteousness. Harsh discipline is for him who forsakes the way, and he who hates correction will die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, so how much more the hearts of the sons of men? A scoffer does not love one who corrects him, nor will he go to the wise. A merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. The note on verse 14. What we feed our minds is just as important as what we feed our bodies. The kinds of books we read, people we talk with, the music we listen to, and the films we watch are all part of our mental diet. Be discerning, because what you feed your mind influences your total health and well-being. Thus, A strong desire to discover knowledge is a mark of wisdom. Interesting. Verse 15. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he who is of a merry heart has a continual feast. The note on that verse. The note on 15. Our attitudes color our whole personality. Our attitudes. Attitudes are important. Our attitudes color our whole personality. We cannot always choose what happens to us, but we can choose our attitude toward each situation. The secret to a merry heart is filling our minds with thoughts that are noble, just, pure, and lovely, with thoughts that dwell on the good things in life, as described in Philippians 4:8. This was Paul's secret as he faced imprisonment, and it can be ours as we face the struggles of daily living. Look at your attitudes and then examine what you allow to enter your mind and what you choose to dwell on. You may need to make some changes. Verse 16. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure with trouble. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fatted calf with hatred. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger allays contention. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. The note on verses 17 through 19. The way of the upright doesn't always seem easy, but look at the alternatives. Hatred, strife, and laziness cause problems that the upright person does not have to face. By comparison, his or her life is a smooth, level road because it is built on a solid foundation of love for God. Verse 20. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly is joy to him who is destitute of discernment, but a man of understanding walks uprightly. Without counsel, plans go awry, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. The note on verse 22. People with tunnel vision, those who are locked into one way of thinking, are likely to miss the right road because they have closed their minds to any new options. We need the help of those who can enlarge our vision and broaden our perspective. Seek out the advice of those who know you and have a wealth of experience. Build a network of advisors. Then be open to new ideas and be willing to weigh their suggestions carefully. Your plans will be stronger and more likely to succeed. That's kind of a struggle for me. Personal note. Verse 23. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good it is! The way of life winds upward for the wise, that he may turn away from hell below. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the boundary of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. The note on verse 28. The righteous weigh their answers. The wicked don't wait to speak because they don't care about the effects of their words. It is important to have something to say, but it is equally important to weigh it first. Do you carefully plan your words, or do you pour out your thoughts without concern for their impact? Facebook has allowed people to do that a lot, hasn't it? Even me. We have to learn. Verse 29. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report makes the bones healthy. The ear that hears the rebukes of life will abide among the wise. He who disdains instruction despises his own soul, but he who heeds rebuke gets understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. That is the Proverbs 15 for the 15th of the month. Thank you, and be blessed. Thank you for joining us, and be blessed.